Hello everybody, I am here to talk to you about a 30-year versus a 15-year mortgage. A lot of folks can't sleep at night unless they're paying off their house in time. But let's kind of look and dissect the difference between a 30-year and a 20-year mortgage. Let's say I have a 30-year mortgage of $200,000 on my house at a 3% interest rate over the next 30 years. That's an $843 a month payment. What does that actually do for me? At the end of the 30 years, I ended up paying six figures in just interest on that house. My original house was $200,000. I paid an additional $103,000 over the course of 30 years. So common knowledge says, well, if I can pay that off faster in 15 years, maybe I can get a little bit of an interest break. I will actually pay less interest. I'll only pay a little bit less than half of the interest that I would normally pay after 30 years in 15. That makes sense. Now, here is the problem with this. The liquidity of your money, the use of your money, and the control of your money. Let's talk about that. What if I actually just take 30 years? What does that buy me? It might be a little bit higher interest rate, but what does that buy me? It buys me an extra $515 a month of liquidity. If I have an extra $515 a month of liquidity, I can use that money and control that money however I want. If I decide to go ahead and put that $515 of excess money on the loan, guess what? I would be paid off in about 15 and a half years. So really no skin off my back. I'm still paying the loan off in the same amount of time. But because I have the extra $515 of liquidity, I might not have to go into debt. I might be able to save more into my 401k or IRA. I might be able to do tax planning. I might be able to enjoy my life a little bit more. There's a whole plethora of different things that you can do. Let's look, for example, if we took this extra $515 and we invested it in just the S&P 500 over the last 15 years. This is the return of the stock market over the last 15 years, from 2005 through 2020. If you would have put that extra $515 a month into the stock market, you would have an account with $205,000 in it 15 years later. Well, guess what? Your loan 15 years later, without putting the extra $515 on it, is only $122,000 after 15 years, which tells me if you have $205,000 in the stock market and you owe $122,000, that's 83 extra dollars that you would have if you decided to pay off your house at this time. You'd still have an account of $83,000 left. Even if it costs you a little bit more interest, the fact that interest rates are so low, cash is king, and you have the liquidity, use, and control of it is a powerful situation.